Hi guys, it's Frances and I'm with Dolphin Chick Nails and I'm back with another manicure. This one was inspired by a yoga mat. I'll insert a picture, somewhere around. But I'd love to know what you guys see as inspiration for your manicures. Most of the time when I started, my manicures were kind of imitations of other people's manicures. But since then, I kind of started looking around and drawing inspiration from nature, from fabrics, from boxes, from pretty much anything decorative. I would look at it and say, man, I think that would look really cool on my nails. So when I bought this yoga mat, it's kind of a limey green and it's got these blue, yellow, and limey green mandalas on it. So I decided that that would be really cool on my nails. So I chose this color right here, Lime After Lime. Trying to glaze lime after lime. Let me zoom you in. Lime After Lime. Can we just chat for a second about this color? This color, and I don't know if the camera is even picking it up. It is lime green, but it is neon. It's gorgeous and it's a good formula to boot. I actually left one of my nails blank here. I have the other ones prepped, but I have this one blank. I wanted to add on this live application so you can see how well this goes on. I'm going to open it up here. I have a coat of Sally Hansen peel off base coat under here. So I'm going to show you what this looks like going on. And I love neons and I would wear neons all the time, but they're such a pain to put on because a lot of times they need a white base coat. This one is perfection. Look at that. One coat with no undies. I will need another coat because I can see there's some streakiness in here, but on my other fingers it's only 2 coats and there's no white base. The formula is fantastic and the color is stunning. So I'm gonna let this one dry, put another coat on, and then I'll come back. Okay, I'm back. So I have the second coat on and you will not believe what I did. When I turned off the camera after I put on the first coat, I got a phone call and I moved my arm and I nicked this nail on my light. So I fixed it up a little bit and then now I've added the second coat. There's still a little nick right there. See it? But I'm going to stamp over it, so stamping and top coats hide a multitude of sins. So right now what I'm going to do is just clean up a little tiny bit. I got a dampen dish full of acetone and a cleanup brush. I'm using an e.l.f. brush, an e.l.f. Concealer brush. I'm going to dip it a little bit in the acetone and clean up just a little bit around the edges. Chances are I'm going to have to do this again because I'm going to be stamping on this nail. But I kind of wanted to remove a little bit of that before I stamped on it. And now let me show you the plate that we'll be using. Okay, so here's the plate that we're going to be using. This is Beauty A013. It's from Aliexpress. And this image right here I think is the closest one to my mat. And the outline of the images, the mandala images on my mat, are like a denim-y blue. So I'm going with this color right here. It's not a stamping polish, but it's a Sinful Shine polish. And the color is, let me see if I can zoom in. Wrong way. Set the mood. This polish is not only a really pretty color, but it is a one coat wonder, which makes it really nice for stamping. And I've tried it on this image before and it stamps quite beautifully. So let me grab my stamper and we'll stamp a couple images. Okay, I'm going with a Winstonia stamper and the stamper head. This is one of the replacement heads, and this one is squishy and a little bit, teeny bit sticky, so it'll be helpful to pick up regular polish from the plate, and the squishiness will help with placing the image on my nail once I've colored it in. So I'm going to do some reverse stamping. I've opted, since my base color is such a pretty color, and I don't have a whole lot of time, I opted to just do an accent nail on each hand with this image. So I'll be stamping first and then filling in. So let's get started. And I'm using a empty Starbucks gift card to scrape the image. Okay, I decided to turn the plate around. It's going to be easier for me. Put some color on the plate, and I got to work quickly because this is regular polish. Scrape. See what kind of image I get. And that's a pretty decent image, actually. Okay, at this point I'll take out the head, the stamper head, and I'm gonna fill in the image with color. I'll probably stamp another image in a minute, and then I'll come back and fill this in with color. Okay, so I got both my images stamped, and as you can see, they stamped quite beautifully. Now this entire image, it's not going to fit. I'm gonna have some overlap, but that's okay. I'm gonna fill in probably more than what I think I need to, and I'm going to fill in with, let me zoom you out. Whoa, wrong way. I'll figure this out eventually. With, this is a Paparazzi polish in Love All. You can read that. Love All. This is a terrible polish. I have it, it should be fine to fill in, but as far as putting it on your nail, it's awful. And then I have a Complete Sally manicure one, and this one is called, oh, sorry for the glare, The Sky's the Limit. I'm going to fill these in, and I want some of this lime color to show through, so I won't be filling in the entire thing. I'll just be filling in selected parts, and I'm going to use a little dotting tool, teeny tiny dotting tool for the smaller areas. I also have a small detail brush that might help me get in some of the larger areas too. What I'm probably going to do is fast forward through this so that you don't have to watch me painstakingly paint for 27 hours. I'm going to use the back of this stamping plate. Oh, glare, so sorry. The back of the stamping plate, there's no backing on it, and I'm going to put some of my polish on there to color in for you. So let's get started. So I've let it dry. I'm going to bring you in a little bit. I'm going to show you. I'm going to test to see if it's done. I'm looking to see if there's, look at what acetone has done to my finger. I'm looking to see if there's fingerprints when I push down. I'm very impatient, so I have done it before where I said, it's almost dry. What's the problem? What could go wrong? What could go wrong is you put it on and it smushes and it smears everything and it's a disaster. This one seems like it's pretty done. What I've also done too is the ones that I left open so that the line will show through, I put a little bit of a clear top coat on there because I was afraid that the stamping would be so dry that it wouldn't stick. Now with these decals, you don't want to let them sit too long, just dry enough so it doesn't smear, but not so dry because you want a little bit, you want it to adhere to your nail. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to line it up with where I want it. Let me see if I can get this on camera. I'm going to line it up with where I want it. I'm going to sink my nail into it. I'm going to smush it. And then I'm going to slowly pull it away and pray that it sticks. And a little bit that's not adhering over here. Hold on. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place with the camera, but I'm trying to see what I'm doing and get it on camera at the same time. Alright. Now there it is. But what happened here is I missed a little bit of it. Let me see if I can get it back on there. I might be able to salvage this. Whether I can salvage it on camera is a whole different story. I don't know where that piece went. I'm missing a little piece. I'm missing a little piece right there. I really do love how this decal turned out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little detail brush and I'm going to fill in what I made, what a mess I've made. Like I'm going to fill in that blank spot. Well, my battery is running low. So hold on, let me get my stuff together and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is no cause for panic. What I'm going to do is I'm missing part of the stamping and part of the yellow. So I'm going to try and fix it up the best I can. Otherwise, I think that the decal looks really cool. I'm going to put some of this the color I use for stamping, the denim color, set the mood here. And I'm going to use a little detail brush. I'm going to use a little detail brush. And I'm just going to, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, I'm just going to paint it on. Let me move the camera a little bit so I can see what I'm doing and you can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to try my best to get a very, and I'm shaking a little bit, a very thin line. That's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. And I mean, from far away, you're not going to be able to see it. Now when I take pictures of it, you might be able to see it. But from far away, it shouldn't be too bad. I'm going to fill in a little bit here. In fact, this is a little bit darker than it stamps when I'm coloring it in, so I will probably try and fill it in the best that I can so that it's not so obvious. Like fill in that whole area so it's not so obvious. Let me clean off my brush a little with some acetone. Fill in a little bit of the yellow, and I think we're golden. I'm putting some of the yellow out. I know you can't see it, it's not on camera, but I promise you that's what I'm doing. And just to get you there, and just get a little yellow on the tip there. And because I'm a crazy perfectionist, I need to get that little line in between. There we go. It's a little darker than the stamping, but I think if I come in here, put another one that's a little darker, there'll be a little more continuity. There we go. Continuity, a word of the day.
Did you just say word of the day?
Okay, I think I got it all fixed up. It's the best it's gonna get. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring in a piece of paper towel, close up my bottles so my polish doesn't dry. I'm gonna bring in my acetone and my cleanup brush, and it doesn't leave much. Don't have much of a mess to clean up really. I guess I could have put on liquid latex, but oh well. And let me clean up. Here's the final look, all top coated and glossy. I really like how this turned out. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and thanks for watching. Bye.